My name's Geldner. I'm with GlassbyGeldner, and I'm going to get started on this wood duck window. You see there's a big window right here, it has to be covered up. It's in the bedroom, and it's going to be about 8 feet when it's finished. So each panel, there's going to be 2 panels. Each panel will be 37 3/4 by 40 5/16. And then there's going to be a frame put around it, and then we're going to put a track up here, kind of like the barn door tracks that you see. And then we're going to be able to roll the windows, the panels, so that I can get behind them to clean these windows. So that's the job today. Today I'm going to try to get a start in cutting it, and I hope you enjoy this. When making a big window, you got to take a small pattern, you got to blow it up. So it took a number of takes to get it right. So taking it to FedEx, they were able to play around with it until they finally got the right measurements. A big blow up, about twice this size, $75. Just the copy, just the photocopying alone. And because of the expense of it, what I typically do, I keep the mistakes too. Because this is the correct size, but it's only a third of the panel. It's not something I really wanted, but the ducks are the right size. So I could make use of these by cutting them out and gluing them to the appropriate glass. And even if it's not the right size, I can flip it over and use the paper to trace over the proper size of whatever piece I needed. So I make use even of the mistakes. So for $75, I guess that's not bad. So in order to make sure that this is going to be 90 degrees and the edges are going to be straight, my wonderful husband made me a board that has that fence that you see. That's going to help me keep the edges straight on this side, and then we got that corner that's at a 90-degree angle. One of the things that I have to think about when cutting the glass is the kind of glass that I'm using. This is going to be the sky, okay? Now this glass is actually very smooth. This is Baroque, white wispy Baroque. And this glass is actually smooth on the other side. The other side is what I'm going to be cutting. But you can see there's a little bit of texture, a little wavy texture. Obviously, I want that side to be what I see looking from the inside out. I want the texture on the inside. Now there's several things that I have to do before I actually get started cutting. I have to number my pieces, because if I cut all these pieces out without numbering them, I'm going to get lost, okay? So I have to number each piece. Then I have to map out where each color goes on the glass. Because there's a lot of colors, and I need to get the colors right. Nothing like having a nice, wonderful window, and you've got a totally blue duck where you wanted a blue and green duck or whatever. So you get the point. The color needs to be mapped out as well. There's a lot of different browns, there's a lot of different purples and stuff that I'm having. So I need to make sure that I know exactly which glass goes on which piece. So that's going to take a little time. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for following me on this. Keep checking back. There will be more videos.